Xhaka, Lacazette, Ramsdale, Arsenal captain contenders. Arsenal are once again searching for a new captain after Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang was stripped of the armband over a disciplinary breach. The considerable turnover of players at the club in recent years, not to mention the youth of Mikel Arteta's squad, mean standout candidates are thin on the ground, and the Spaniard has already indicated he will not be drawn into appointing a successor immediately. Here are some of the leading contenders. Granit Xhaka has already had one brief stint as Arsenal captain, and it is a minor miracle that his career at the club is still alive given the way it ended, with him storming down the tunnel and swearing at the home fans after being booed off on an infamous afternoon against Crystal Palace at the Emirates. Sponsored, the Swiss international, who remains his national side's captain, is still the de facto leader in the Gunners squad and has worn the armband on numerous occasions since when deputizing, but handing him the job again full-time would be a big step, and that's if he'd even accept it. In an interview with Standard Sport last year, the midfielder said he would have to think twice about taking on the role again if the chance arose. Alexander Lacazette is another who has taken on the captaincy in Aubameyang's absence and has been hailed as a positive influence by several young players in the squad, including the likes of Bukayo Saka and Emile Smith-Rowe. Like Aubameyang, however, he does not come across as a natural leader, and the biggest stumbling block to handing him the armband is his contract situation. The Frenchman has just 6 months left on his deal and may well walk away for nothing in the summer. Martin Odegaard, the 22-year-old who only signed for the Gunners permanently in the summer, is among the leading contenders, tells you all you need to know about Arsenal's struggle for leadership, but Odegaard is already captain of Norway, and even during his loan spell last season, Arteta was already lauding his leadership qualities. One slight issue could be the fact that Odegaard has not always been a guaranteed starter this season, but his form has been excellent in recent weeks, and a lack of playing time has not exactly been a preclusion to holding the captaincy. You could argue that, whether because of form, fitness or discipline, Arsenal have not had a consistent, reliable starter as captain since Robin van Persie left the club. Kieran Tierney, the Scot, would no doubt be a popular choice among Arsenal fans with his no-nonsense style and drive, though there does seem to have been a premature assumption that his individual aggression and tenacity will immediately translate to a leadership role, which may or may not be the case. In his favor, the left-back has captained both Celtic and Scotland in the past, though neither on a permanent basis, but he has not seemed to be particularly high up the pecking order in terms of deputies under Arteta, and is another who tends to miss plenty of games through injury. Aaron Ramsdale. 4 months ago, the idea that Aaron Ramsdale would be being talked about as a potential captain was inconceivable. The idea that he'd be Arsenal's N01 was hard enough to get on board with. However, the England international has quickly become both a fan favourite and a key, vocal figure in Arsenal's improved backline. Nonetheless, there would surely be reservations about handing the armband to a player so early in his Arsenal career, and that is before you consider the usual questions about the suitability of goalkeepers to the captaincy. The rest, Gabriel and Ben White, are sure starters at centre-back, often the ideal position for a skipper, but the former is still gradually learning English, while the latter does not look a natural leader just now and has plenty on his plate with a £50 million price tag hanging over him. Rob Holding is part of the current leadership group, but cannot get a game. Thomas Partey is among the team's most experienced figures and is gone as vice-captain, but is another better off concentrating on his own form. Bukayo Saka and Emile Smith-Rowe are Arsenal through and through, having come through the club's academy, but neither need the burden of captaincy at this stage of their fledgling careers. Cheers.